Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Around the Creek podcast. As always, I'm Elijah.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Owen.
Today we are talking about the episode Space.
Space. Wow. What an episode. This is
Really.
this is really one of the episodes.
This is the episode.
This is the episode. I mean, obviously it's not, but
It's
this
not,
is
but like it's
it's really good. It's really good. Oh, do you guys know, like, this episode, like, the first time I saw this episode, it was actually, fun fact, this is the second episode of Bluey. Actually, the third episode of Bluey I ever watched. So I didn't get what was happening at all. I had to watch like several YouTubers.
episode to come in on.
Huh?
I didn't get it the first time either, but as I watched
No,
it,
no,
second,
yeah.
third, and fourth time, yeah.
I said, what an
I was-
episode to come in on. For
Yeah, I
Bluey,
know,
like,
no.
Really.
Yeah. No, this
Yeah.
episode is incredible. So I'm just gonna get the ball rolling, and basically this is like a really rare occurrence where this is a really good episode that doesn't really include Bingo or Bluey. Like, think about it. What really good episodes, like really good,
Explorers.
don't include. That's true. That is true. That is a very good episode. But I mean, like, sorry, burp. I mean episodes like
Pass the parcel.
Pass the Parcel.
That's the parcel.
That's
True.
also.
That's a good episode.
Wait, no, but that's completely Bingo is the main character.
Cricket.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Cricket.
Cricket, yeah.
That's
another one.
true. That's true. Okay. Okay.
Hold on.
You're right.
I'm still looking.
They're still
I'm
rare
looking
though,
at this.
considering there's like 150.
Oh yeah, there
episodes.
is. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh, and then there's like, there's a lot actually.
But our main
Like-
characters are our boys Mackenzie, Rusty,
Oh
and
my
Jack.
god, they're my favorite. They're my
Absolutely.
favorite.
What a
They
beautiful
literally are.
trio.
They literally are. I don't know what it is, but the colors, like their like tones,
Mhm.
they mix so well. The colors in this episode, it's eye candy. I don't know what it is. It just
Lighting
feels
too.
it feels professional. It doesn't. This episode with the lighting, it feels professional. I don't know how else to describe it. It doesn't feel like this one in particular. It's obviously Bluey. It's obviously a kids show, but there's something about it. It makes it feels like a board presentation. Like, this is an idea that you're giving to a big company, and this is
Alright.
what you're giving it. I don't know what I'm saying. This is
I
like this is
know
what
what
I
you're
think of.
saying. Like
I
the
get
lighting,
it.
the lighting and visuals. Like over the past week for
so
like
good.
a little project I'm doing for the 5th anniversary of Bluey, or the 5th birthday of Bluey.
Oh,
I'm working
yeah.
on a little project. It's October 1st. I'm gonna put it on the Twitter. It's a little edit for a lot of scenes from the episode set to a song that I really like, and I always wanted to make an edit with it. So we'll put that out. Should be up a couple days after this podcast goes up.
Yeah. So go check out the Twitter and the Instagram
Mm-hmm.
for that.
Links in the Spotify description. And I went through all the episodes. I didn't watch them all beginning to end, but I went through and picked the scenes that I liked the most, so I can include it in the edit. And going through, a thing I noticed that I really did before is that some of the episodes that I didn't really think about often, their backgrounds and their lighting and the visuals are incredible. Even if I didn't like the episode's like story or whatever's going on in the episode, it was beautiful. Like, there's so many. The dump, like they're driving home, like
You don't like the dump?
No, I like the dump, but this is just an example that stood out to me specifically that I didn't notice before. As they're driving home, you can see like the city kind of outside Bluey's window.
Mhm.
And like the colors, it's like a sunset, so you got that purple, you got that orange, and it's just beautiful. And I didn't notice that
Absolutely.
before. And it's
It's like-
incredible.
Yeah, it's like the episode The Weekend. I don't
That
really like
too!
that episode at all, but
No,
I
love that
can
episode.
I can completely agree with the music and the passing of
Mhm.
time. It's really well done. It's like there's never like
The lighting
people
too.
say
The lighting's
there-
incredible in that episode.
I know, but there's like people who literally say there's no such thing as a bad Bluey episode, and they're completely right.
It's true.
There's a reason why the lowest rated episode on IMDb is only 7.2 and not like a 1, because even if the story's not good, it's still Bluey.
Mhm.
You can see the care and the effort in everything. It's like people are like, oh, it's just some kids show. It obviously is, but
Mhm.
it's so obviously isn't. Does that make sense?
Yeah, this is definitely
It's
the
like,
case for space because you see, like
Yeah.
all the different ways that like the lighting changes. You have
yeah,
like
And the
it's early in the
music,
morning.
the
Yeah,
music,
the
the music,
music.
the music is extremely adaptive. I just listened to it again, and it really like I don't want to get too into it because we haven't even really hit the summer yet, so I don't really want to get into it yet. But
Mhm.
yeah, I have stuff to say about the music.
So anyway, the episode starts off with our boys, Jack, Rusty, and Mackenzie, our favorites.
The amazing trio.
The
The
amazing
only way it
trio.
could be better
Trio.
was Alfie. If you had Alfie there,
Yeah,
and then you
that
have
would-
some Mia as just
We
have
get it.
Digger join. We have the
Yeah,
teenage
yeah.
episode. Oh my goodness, the tween
Oh.
We
teenage.
need one of those. We need
Yes.
We need one of those. We do need one of those.
Alfie, Mia, not why else did I say Charlie? Captain.
Charlie.
I don't know where I got Charlie
My
from.
favorite Bluey character, Charlie.
Yeah.
And then we need all the boys
Digger.
from cricket
Yeah.
and girls from cricket. Boys
Mm-hmm.
and girls from cricket.
Absolutely.
Oh, Tiny too. Yeah, absolutely.
People might not even know the character Digger.
They don't know.
They don't. Some might know.
know.
Most probably do, but a lot don't actually.
Soon enough, Disney release the new episodes, please. On Disney
That's not
Plus.
happening anytime soon.
Oh yeah.
I'm
no, that's not
I'm gonna
happening
burst
for
your
a
bubble
year.
here. Do you know how long it took for those new episodes to be released?
A year.
Way too
2 years,
long.
maybe.
About 2 years.
Oh gosh.
A year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Disney they're interesting. Anyway, enough about Disney. We've talked about Disney so much. We should just have like a separate section of the podcast where we just talk about Disney and how
Ranting
terrible
about Disney.
yeah, how
I mean,
terrible they
how
are.
amazing! How amazing!
Oh yeah, they're really good. They're actually the best streaming service ever.
Disney
don't
sponsor us.
Yeah. No, but they're listening to everything. They
listen
own
because
everything.
They know.
They own
know.
every platform. Anyway, so
Anyways,
something I love about this episode is that they're going to play. They're playing a space game, and I love how Jack is in charge of everything because he knows the most about space.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
a
I
nerd
really
for
like
it. He
the-
loves it.
It's such a
he
cute
loves
little.
space.
It's such a like he literally like lets.
There's a lot of cute little like moments within.
Bro
No,
is a little astrophysicist.
But one of my favorite details, it's so like minuscule, but they're using the same boat that they use in Explorers as
Oh,
a
yeah.
spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
that so much.
I love
because
creativity.
I love that so much because when I was a kid, you never had like an actual spaceship. You like
You
oh my
use what
gosh.
you could get.
I
and
remember
then-
I used to take my dad's drumsticks, put them in the couch cushions, and pretend they were like
Ooh.
levers.
I just
And I was
sat
like
in the
going through
dirt.
space.
Yeah.
I mean, I did that too. I used to drink sand,
Oh,
Oh, drink sand? What
Oh,
do
yeah,
you
yeah.
mean by that?
put it in a cup, and drink it.
but yeah, I really like the whole them using a boat as a spaceship too,
Mhm.
because it's like, and
Creativity.
then like, Jack's like pretending to repair stuff and like look
Yeah,
at
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's just really funny. And then they created Dudatron as their,
Dudatron,
like, computer
amazing.
navigating
Dudatron.
system. It's kind of like SetNav, but for space, I guess.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, I have my Alexa, but we named it computer. It just went off. Because it's like Star Trek funny, haha. I might
Oh.
rename it to Dudutron. That's
Or SetNav.
way
Or
better.
you should do Dudatron or SetNav.
Sapnav is for
Dudutron.
Sapnav is for like a,
Navigation
imagine if it was
device, yeah.
imagine if it was automatically Jack's voice, like some AI.
Oh my
be
goodness, that
so
is so
cool.
cool.
With anything. Someone make that. Someone make that a thing. I
Is
will
that
buy
thing you
it.
can do with
Name
like
the price.
Alexas?
It's
I will
done.
buy it.
I will buy it somehow.
I will
We haven't-
sell you
we've-
my Google shares.
Yeah, we have barely started the episode. Oh my
That or
goodness.
Chili SetNav. I would
Yeah.
take
Yeah. That might be more possible actually. Anyways,
Yeah. Anyhow,
yes.
but yes, they created their own SetNav and assigned all the roles.
Mhm.
Mackenzie's the
Rusty
chief
again?
I think
What
Rusty
is
was the
Rusty?
pilot.
Rusty was like
Rusty was the
the
pilot,
engineer,
wasn't
wasn't he?
No. Jack
thought
was
he
the
was the one
engineer.
who
Rusty was the pilot. Mackenzie was the guy who spacewalks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
Jack's
chief
the navigator. Jack's the navigator.
and Mackenzie's the chief
And Rusty's the
scientist.
captain.
Chief
Yes.
scientist. Yeah, there we go.
And
And they're like,
I mean,
"Where should
the
we
most
go?"
important thing, there's
got
a
you.
really important line here. And they said, "What's the chief scientist do?" And Jack says, "It's the person who fixes stuff and figures things out," which becomes very relevant later on in the episode.
Oh my God, you're right. You're right.
That is correct.
That sounded like.
No.
Oh my
Remind me
God.
of that.
I will
You
get
have
rid
to
of
leave that in. No, you have to leave
I have to
that
leave
in.
it in. Okay, I'll leave
You
it in.
have. Well, like they're discussing if they should go to Mars or a
Yeah.
black hole, and they're like, "Which one has it?" It's like, dude,
Mars
black
is
holes
more
have
likely
aliens.
to have aliens.
Yeah, there's no aliens. They say something around the lines like that. Jack is really kind of he's being literal about it, which I love. And then Rusty's just like, okay, well, we're going to
We're gonna
Mars.
go see if it has aliens.
They're
anyway.
pretending.
Yeah, we're pretending. It's like, but we're
Like,
pretending.
Bro, don't take it too seriously. Like, chill.
Exactly. Don't take
know?
it too seriously. Exactly.
And then he's like, "Dudatron, set course for Mars," or something.
Mm-hmm. But I love his Jack's definition of what a black hole is, because Mackenzie asks, "What's a black hole?" It's a I think it's what did he? I think he said like it's a
Here, I'll look it up. Hold on.
yeah.
I know what a black hole is. I don't know what he said, but I know what a black hole is.
Safety first, children. They remembered to put their seatbelts on. They're invisible.
They
seatbelts.
did. They did remember to put their seatbelts on.
Always wear seatbelts.
What kind of
And-
seatbelts do you think they would have in a spaceship?
Maybe 4-point,
Yeah, probably 4-point.
4-point car seats.
Like the ones that are on roller coasters, you think?
No, 4-point car
No,
seats.
no, I don't think so.
I don't know.
The G-force to keep you in your seat. I think it's like the ones that
Oh yeah,
just like
G-force.
hook up together.
Yeah,
Mhm.
man. I don't know.
But then we see Mackenzie just like look off into the distance, and then Jack says the episode title, which is, I think this is the third time. I'm pretty sure he
Maybe
did
the
it for
only.
Army,
He did it for Army, yeah.
and then
Did
he
he
did
do
it
for
for
Army?
Explorers. Even though I always thought it was Lulu who was doing it for Explorers.
Huh?
Was Lulu even in Explorers? I don't even
No.
know.
Yes, they were.
She
they were like-
was?
Yeah, they were the MVP. They were the one who was.
I need to rewatch
like,
the episode. I just
ratting
remember
out their
Jack's dad
father.
being an absolute like W.
What? So they accelerate a bit, and then they pretend to set a course for Mars.
Mm-hmm. And
And
they're
they
like,
do a little blast off,
yeah.
and then
Don't they like scan for asteroids?
I think so.
No.
Yeah.
It's they get hit. Mackenzie decides that they get hit by a meteor, but it's
Actually, an
Jack's like,
asteroid.
it's actually an asteroid.
Actually.
Actually,
I love Jack in this episode.
I know,
'cause that's
he's
like
so good.
I feel like that's something I'd do as a child. 100%.
of course you would.
I was not that smart as a child.
Excuse you. I mean, I wasn't that smart either, but like, if I knew something, I knew it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's
okay,
like-
no,
it's
that's
like-
fair. Yeah, I'd do that.
It's like 3-year-olds knowing every species of dinosaur ever.
Okay. we're gonna talk
That's
about that.
true. That's so real.
No,
oh my
it's
goodness.
like
That's real.
it's
Wait, no,
ridiculous.
that is real.
It's so ridiculous. It's like, oh yeah, the T-Rex and the Triceratops and the like Polydoraptor.
Diplodocus.
The like I'm trying to think of. I don't even know him.
The
And they-
Velociraptor.
The Velociraptor. That's the best one I can come up with.
Velocipaster. The Velocipaster.
What is that?
I gotta send you this. This is okay. Continue on.
Oh, okay.
Don't laugh at it.
So, and then, Mackenzie ties this yarn around him.
To go fix it.
It's purple. Purple's my favorite color.
Mm-hmm. I also noticed actually.
Also, why
This
do
is-
these children tie? Like, I was not able to tie.
No, yeah. What do you? That's a good point. I still can't really tie knots.
I don't think they really. I mean, that's probably why he slipped off easily.
I mean, it looked like a knot. Maybe.
It did, but it probably wasn't a good one. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't
I'm
there.
also something else I've noticed is in a previous episode. I don't remember which one the episode is, but you can see both of these both
Was it a
two
typewriter?
yarns. I think it was typewriter. Two
It was
yarns
typewriter.
together, and it's the yarn from Curry Quest and this episode. It looks like because there's a purple
Yeah, we'll
and
have
a
to
red.
revisit that.
Is that like
It
a?
was typewriter.
Is that like a?
Reference?
Is this like a future reference?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or maybe they just used yarn and
Like how there's like a theory going around how not all the Blue episodes are in order, and people are trying to connect which
no,
ones
that's true.
are.
That's true. They're made at different times. Like they're not made in the order that they were released. Basically. And
No,
so
no,
there's
no.
probably
Like
some
in the Bluey
inconsistencies.
universe.
That's probably also
the
true.
Bluey
Yes,
universe.
that's probably also
That might
true.
be true. We might be in a Clone Wars scenario.
Yeah.
But anyways, where were we? Yeah, so Mackenzie goes out to do a spacewalk.
And
And he
becomes
fixes.
then you
And
fix it and then
he goes out.
Also, hold
And
on.
then-
Sorry, but I just realized something. You know how kids go like coming over? Like,
Yeah.
have you ever used a walkie-talkie?
Yes.
yes.
They go
Yeah.
They don't go. Maybe they did like way back when, but they do that after you're
I
done.
think
But
it's
they
like to try to simulate the noise. That,
no,
like,
I know, but like the sound is always like
No, but like you know how you sound
like a beep.
bit.
Yeah.
it's a beep. They should
Yeah.
just go beep. And then yeah, like but that's in everything. That's like when anyone imitates a walkie-talkie, that's how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you actually hear a walkie-talkie, it doesn't sound like that.
Well, I think it's that, and I think in a lot of movies it's kind of like they don't use the beeps. I think it's
Yeah, that'd probably
the
be
reason.
annoying. That'd probably be annoying. Like during
Yeah.
a war movie, you just hear beep
So-
every 7 seconds.
Yeah, Jack goes to go check the boosters.
Well,
Or
no, not Jack.
Mackenzie goes to check the
Yeah, yeah.
boosters. And then
Mackenzie,
and then the camera, the quote unquote camera, jerks. 'Cause
Oh
this is
yeah, that's
real,
a
there
nice.
is-
That's a nice detail. I didn't
And
notice that.
Mackenzie flings himself backwards, and he starts spinning and running down the hills,
Mhm.
yelling. And Rusty and Jack run to the side and pulling the string to pull Mackenzie back in.
Mhm.
And
not at
they
the
see
end of
that
it.
Mackenzie is not at the end of the line.
No, it's not.
Where'd
There's
he go?
Yeah, there's a little thing you forgot to mention though, which I
Mhm.
think is like it kind of adds to the point that
Go for it.
like Mackenzie's not the biggest fan of this. You notice as he's fixing the thing, you hear Jack say like, "Dudatron, do a scan for any more asteroids," and I was like, "No asteroids in sight." And then he gets
Oh,
hit by an
yeah, yeah.
asteroid,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
it's like,
Well,
there are no
they mentioned
asteroids.
that, don't they?
Yeah, they do. It's like,
Yeah.
He's trying to kind of go off and do his own thing, you know?
mm-hmm. And then Rusty's like, "I'm going out to save him," and I wrote this in my notes. I love how they integrate the play for the first part. They're still playing the game, but they understand what's happening. So like
They start
I
to
love how-
understand.
yeah. I love how Jack is like, my sensors say he's behind that satellite, which is actually
And it's actually a tree.
It's
Yeah,
so
I like
good.
that.
It's so good. And then
And then they
Mackenzie
cut
comes
back-
back, just like
Yeah.
not super willingly. And then
Yeah,
we cut
really
back to the
slowly
play,
doing
like
that.
nothing happened.
That
And then
they're all
they-
just sleeping in the little boat. It's so cute.
And here's the line.
No, not
It
yet.
says,
That's later.
Jack, chief scientist, why didn't Dudatron see the asteroid?
Oh yeah.
And Mackenzie says, I'm not sure. Maybe Dudatron is damaged too.
But he says it in such. He's like, I'm not sure. Maybe Dudatron is damaged too. Like he says it in that kind of way.
Ooh.
It's
Which
wow.
kind of shows that maybe.
Wow.
I think this is getting into the deeper
Yeah.
figuring things out
It's like
part.
FNAF
Maybe-
lore. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You also notice him like the fake crank he's doing it faster and faster until he like completely ignores what Jack says and he's like finished.
Mhm.
And then we cut to them continuing the play.
Yep.
Well, actually, they're about to leave the moon. Right. We forgot to mention that. Yeah, just to let you guys know, they're stopping on the moon. This is very
Quote,
important
unquote.
to the story. Very
Yes,
important.
yes. Very.
They're stopping on the moon. Oh, I forgot to talk. How? Okay, it is an important part because I forgot to talk about my man Rusty in the background.
Oh yes,
Just
he's doing
being
karate.
the best
Push-ups and
And push-ups.
yeah.
karate, and he
I
ends
love
with the
him.
bow and
He's
everything.
so funny.
Bro is
he's so good.
actually
He's
me.
great.
He's so good.
He's great. He's great. I love him.
But before they leave the moon, they check, and it's like, we've lost Mackenzie, and they go run over to like, there's like a little mound area.
It's
And
like
Mackenzie's
there's
just at the
a
bottom of
word
it.
for it.
It's like a crevice.
Yeah, I think
Maybe a cliff?
crevice is like surrounded by two sides though. I guess like a cliff
Oh, that's
side,
true.
yeah. It's like a smaller scale.
Hillside. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like a tiny cliffside. This
Edifice.
isn't
I
like
think edifice
it's not
is the
huge.
word.
Yeah.
I never heard that word in my life.
And like
I would
Mackenzie
disagree with you.
is like, this is the part that I was very confused by, so I had to watch quite a few commentations about this part in
Nope,
particular
that's wrong.
because
That's so incorrect.
yeah,
Sorry, my word
Commentaries.
type was.
I was so certain that was wrong.
Commentaries.
Commentaries, that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No,
It's-
no,
I
I'm
think-
talking about the edifice. Edifice is like a building on top of a hill. I was so incorrect.
Oh,
Embankment.
okay, I thought you were talking about
Embankment.
what I was
There we
saying.
go. Embankment. I'm sorry.
Oh yes, an embankment.
That was burning me up.
That
I'm
would be
sorry.
the word.
Yes, an embankment. I have never heard that word in my life. So this part, like, it was really hard to understand this part for a long time, and I think I understand why. He was like convinced that they left him behind. It's like, you left me behind on purpose. I was like, why would we do that? I don't.
Which ties back to the end of the episode.
He says this in like a
Yeah,
really
yeah,
angry
yeah.
tone as well.
Yeah, he's like convinced that they just left him behind, and I think it's because like, hey, can someone else describe this? Because I can't.
Does he? But there's two ways you could take this. Like, does he think they left him behind? Like, is that how he actually thinks? Or
No,
the anger is coming from somewhere else, and like just
He
not
has
being able
feelings coming
to
from-
not
He
being able
has
to get
feelings coming
closure
from
on his
somewhere else.
emotions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
That's-
the lack of
that's it.
closure, just
That's
kind
He has a
of.
lack of closure,
Yeah.
and he wants space.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Space, because this is the second time this has happened. He wants space. The episode's called Space.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
and they're like, "What? We didn't leave you behind. Why would we ever leave you behind?"
Yeah. It's like that doesn't make any sense. They're just like, I don't know. Like you could hear his voice. It's like, I don't know.
And then I think Jack and Rusty finally start to kind of realize what's happening because
Mhm.
Jack's like,
Mhm.
"Mackenzie, your tether didn't break, did it? You unhooked it." And then
How
Rusty's
do they
like, "Is
convey
this-"
such emotion? They are children.
I
The
know!
voice actors are children. How? Tell me how.
They
Tell
are
me why.
children. I don't know.
It's incredible.
It's absolutely insane.
I
Like,
love this.
When they become older, they need to win all the Nobel Prizes.
All the
Nobel
Nobel
Prize.
Peace Prize.
Nobel
I mean,
Peace
Jack
Prize.
should.
All the Emmys and Grammys.
Yeah, all of them. Just every single one.
Participation
characters.
award.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Mackenzie says yes, and they both gasp. And he's like, "I want to pretend that you leave me behind, that I'm all alone."
I was like,
Ooh.
but
This
why?
is like the
I don't
really
know.
crazy line, and where he says, "I don't know," and that's just
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah, that's
Because I
real.
feel that like
That's
yeah,
real, yeah.
that's real. That's real.
But I really love how I think it's Rusty who said it's like, well, we can't get to Mars without our chief scientist. And he's like, oh, okay, and he's like,
I do like that because it's
I
like
love
they're
that.
trying to get him.
They're trying to get him back into the game because they want to play the game, but they also care for him.
Yeah, which is nice.
I don't think they really like they're getting a grasp on what's happening right now, but they don't completely understand
Yeah,
what's
because they're
happening.
children.
Yeah, they shouldn't need to know about this stuff this soon. This is like
So
this
it's
is
whatever.
yeah. No, it's a good thing that they do, but it's like they don't have to, and it's amazing how they're showing this. It's this show is amazing.
A deeper understanding, yeah.
If I've said it
Oh,
once, I've
it's
said it a
okay.
million
So this bugs me now because I'm looking at the script and it literally says embankment.
what?
Oh my goodness, really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I was looking for the word. It wasn't edifice. I knew it started with an E. Embankment. That's it. That's the word.
Edifice?
And then
Edifice is
It's-
like a building on top of like a hill.
That sounds like a name for a royal person. Edifice.
It's kind of like an ornate building, basically, on top of like a hill or elevated. So I was kind of
then-
getting there,
yeah.
but it wasn't exactly.
Rusty helps Mackenzie climb up the embankment.
Ah, let's go. My
Okay.
English
And-
skills.
Mackenzie's like, "Are you sure we can't go to the black hole?"
No, it doesn't have
Rusty's like,
aliens.
No, it doesn't. That was such a funny line. And then
Neither
Jack
does
rolls his eyes.
Mars. That's
He is
so
Cut
he
good.
is
back.
he is adamant on the
Mhm.
he's adamant about
And
that
then-
point.
Yeah.
And then
They all lay down in the boat.
yeah,
and they say-
Deuteron set it for hypersleep, and they all
Yes,
close
chief
their eyes.
scientist.
Yeah, they all close their eyes in unison. It's
Mhm.
so good, and these camera angles.
You can see
Oh
little
my
noses, yeah.
God, the wind blowing in the grass,
Mm-hmm.
the sun, the music.
It lets you take it all in as well. It doesn't
It
rush to the next
really
scene. It just lets you
does.
take every single bit in. It's nice, you
Mhm.
know?
And then after you're like absolutely like filled with just
Joy.
the best feelings from all of that wonder, we get
Mackenzie says,
Deuteron.
Deuteron, I want to change course.
I love how Jack is still playing. He's
I
like,
like that too.
And Jack plays
it's
along
like-
as well. Like, obviously, like,
yeah, exactly.
in realism, he knows what's going on. And he's
Mhm.
not, like, oblivious to what's happening. But he just goes with it, you know?
Mm-hmm. And he's like,
Jack's
where would you
like,
want to go?
What is the new destination? The
The
black,
black
hole.
hole. Oh,
And Mackenzie's staring into the distance during this, and it's like,
I
really
know.
sad.
that's like, man, that's when he said that, I started like shivers down my
Yeah.
spine, shiver down my
Dip, dip,
arms
dip.
everywhere.
Sleep interrupted.
Mhm.
Jack and Rusty open their eyes.
Are you reading directly from the
Mm.
script?
Yeah.
I know it. We
Are
don't
we
need
at
this.
Mars?
We don't need no script.
I think this episode and Copycat, you have to look deeper into the psychology of it to understand what the
Mhm.
episode's really trying to
Yes.
convey.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Copycat, especially, like, I will be able to, like, dissect every single bit. Space, not so much. Like, I understand what's
Mhm.
going on, but not, like, I can't dissect the psychology of it, really.
No,
At least
yeah.
not as well as I could with, say,
It's
Copycat.
really hard. Yeah.
And
Which is
then-
incredible. This is,
Mhm.
you know, a kid show, but there's stuff even adults can't grasp.
Yeah, holy, you're right.
Like, that's wild.
That is wild.
That's something
So-
really no show's ever done. It's pretty
It's
crazy.
it's
Yeah,
it's
no.
insane.
Bluey's definitely a first for many.
There's a
different
reason
things.
why people have podcasts about this show and not like
Because
you
there's so much to
know.
dig into. Like, there's
There
really
is.
like watching an episode of Caillou. There's not much you can dig into.
Yeah.
It's just
the,
like
the
Don't-
Caillou podcast.
the
The
Caillou
Caillou
podcast.
podcast. Every episode's like 4 minutes
Growing
long.
up is not so tough, except when
No.
Oh goodness.
Oh boy.
It's Elijah.
Get out of my head. Get out of my head.
Oh my
That
god.
would be your intro.
Oh,
Why did I just laugh like a
no.
seagull? Oh my goodness. That was good.
Oh
Ooh,
no.
what
That's
an event.
That's a banger intro.
that's a banger intro.
I'm
Oh my
Elijah. I'm Aiden. I'm Owen. Do. It's me.
I'm
That's
Asian.
That's us.
I'm Asian.
What?
Wait, what?
Ooh, I
Aiden.
swear he's. Oh, I'm like,
Aiden.
why did I hear Asian?
I'm Asian. That's a,
Oh,
that was pretty good.
Okay, so they wake up and they're like, "Where's Mackenzie? What's going on? This is not Mars." And they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh
they're
no,
like, "This
not
isn't
again,"
Oh, there's a
because
really
they see
good
the
detail.
string
Yeah.
trailing over the edge of the boat again.
Again, this is the thing though. Like Mackenzie's still obviously in the play. He decided to go through the effort of tying himself to a rope and
Which
going
says
off.
a lot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he didn't just, run
It's
off.
not because it's not like he wants to abandon his friend.
He hasn't ended the
No.
game. He's just
Exactly.
trying to go his own way with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But there's another really subtle detail that a YouTuber mentioned. Do you know who's in the background? Calypso.
Yes, I saw that.
Oh,
I
yes.
did notice that
Yeah.
watching it again.
So she obviously probably noticed.
No,
or
yeah,
whatever.
because she's
got
like
relevant.
the sign of just like, you know, the kids.
Calypso in many episodes, Barky Boats as well. Like she helps the
She's so
kids.
good.
She
She's so
she
good.
invests in the kids and like tries to help them understand and like figure out things. She's like a life coach.
I was literally about to
But
say
good.
I was literally about to
Yeah.
say Calypso episode when, but there is already an
Yeah,
episode
there's
called
there's
Calypso.
an
Episode-
called Calypso,
Second
which is also
sec-
good.
Calypso 2 when?
Yeah, when?
The sequel,
Calypso 2, Calypso the sequel.
Calypso 3, Fast and
Calypso
Furious.
4, Calypso
Yes.
5, Calypso 25.
Calypso 17.
we need 17 Calypsos. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
maybe
She's
18.
such a good character.
No, she's insane.
She's
like,
great.
awesome.
Yeah,
She's like
She's
like,
gotta
do you
have
all
one
have
of
like
my
that one person in your life that
times.
just feels like a confidant and like they will help you and guide you through everything? Like that is
Yes.
having
I-
those people is great. Mentor almost.
Absolutely, yeah, the mentor.
Yeah.
Like someone you
Absolutely.
can trust.
Mhm.
And that is what I think Calypso is to these kids.
No,
Of
yeah.
course.
I
'Cause
mean,
she's
as we see
teacher.
later.
Mm-hmm. We'll
So
get into
we
that in a
go.
little bit.
Yes, I want to talk about this part, Elijah, please. Okay. So we get a cut shot with Mackenzie. It's like a tire tunnel. Also, this thing's sick. A tire
Also,
tunnel
where's it
That is
been?
pretty
Where's
cool.
it been?
That's
I'm
so
sorry, but
cool.
like, where's it been?
in the background, you mean?
Like, has anybody else seen this before?
No, because we've never
It's
gone
just like
to
the
this
garage.
area though. No, it's not as much like the garage.
Just like the garage.
It's not too much like it's
Okay,
pretty
fine.
far. It's pretty
Actually, yeah,
far.
it might be kind of far.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, because if we judge its relativity in location to where the boat is,
Bro's doing geometry.
Elijah, I swear, we're not.
We overthink
no.
things here.
Chris already confirmed that the garage and the house layout is ridiculous. This is probably not an
Chris,
exception.
I need you.
Chris, we need you.
We need to rename this to the Overthinking Podcast.
We need answer. Yeah, yeah.
The Bluey Overthinkers podcast.
The Bluey Overthinkers. That would probably be second. Right,
Yeah,
no,
that-
probably be third behind Sticky Gecko Society.
The fact that we were
And the
almost
flat
named
pack.
Sticky Gecko Society is
It
excellent.
had a ring to it.
Oh,
It does have a ring to
no,
it.
it doesn't.
Yes, it does. It had a
Yes,
ring
it
to it.
does. It so has a ring to it.
Okay.
We're not getting on this rabbit hole again.
No,
oh my
we're not. We're not
goodness.
getting onto the rabbit hole.
We worked on the name
We
for like a straight week.
It was
2
ridiculous.
weeks. It was like 2 weeks.
It was like 2 weeks. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, but we should really calm down now because this part is when the episode really takes a turn
Yes, becomes
and
somber,
really becomes
pensive.
amazing. So we have Mackenzie looking at not looking through at the black hole, which is a tire tunnel, but it's through the perspective in the tire tunnel, and then we cut to a perspective of
Mhm.
Mackenzie looking at the tire tunnel, and it's bright, meaning like hope, almost like it's like
literally the light at the end of the
a
tunnel.
light at
Mhm.
the end of the tunnel. Exactly.
The way
And
I saw it
Rusty-
was just the way I interpreted it. It was like it's so bright that it's like something always in the corner of your mind, like out the corner of your eye, you
yeah,
see
yeah,
it like
yeah.
shining. You're like, you want to go near it,
Absolutely.
and you want to get to the bottom of it. So that's the way I
Absolutely.
interpreted it.
Absolutely. And then Rusty and Jack come in and they're like, Mackenzie. I don't actually know what they say. Elijah, take over.
Okay. So they're like, hold on.
This part I
they're
actually
like,
know.
we know you're about to go into the black hole. We've come to stop you. And he's like, but I want to go in. I have to. And they're like, why? And this is the part that ties it all back.
Oh, you're right.
Because he says, because I'm the chief scientist and it's my job to figure everything out. And we know
Wow.
that he's obviously very attached to this tunnel right now.
Oh my
because it
goodness.
reminds him of something, which we will get into shortly. And Rusty's like, well, we're coming with you. And Jack's like, what?
Yeah, he's
He's like,
like,
it's too dangerous. I'll go in alone. But what do we do? You go to Mars without me. Are you sure? And he's like, I'm sure. They're like, okay. And Rusty salutes him, which is like
I
adorable.
know, I love that.
And
But
then
notice
this
how
is like
Mackenzie
one of my
doesn't-
favorite lines. This is my favorite line of the whole thing.
Okay, but hold on. Notice how Mackenzie doesn't like he just nods back at Rusty. I just found that an interesting detail.
And Jack's like, "You're just gonna let him go?" And Rusty's like, "It's what he wants to play." Which like Rusty.
I think Rusty understands what's going on as well. Like he's
Rusty
just
definitely understands.
Yeah. I think Jack is kind of
maybe
grasping it, but he's not
fully
getting the
understanding it. Yeah.
full point of it.
Maybe growing up with like more siblings,
Yeah,
an
yeah,
older
yeah.
sibling, it's easier
Yeah.
for him. That's
Does
wait, that
Jack
makes
have any
sense.
siblings?
That
That
does
actually
make
makes
sense.
sense. He has a little, but like, I mean,
Oh yeah, that's right.
because like, think about it. If he has an older brother, teens go like preteens and teens go through like emotional swings, so he probably understands it
Very
Yeah.
true.
more than Jack would.
It is interesting though because you say like Rusty gets it, and I do believe he does in a way, but he
I
doesn't
think, yeah,
really
to an
convey
extent.
that.
Obviously,
He
to
doesn't
an
really
extent.
convey that in the way he's saying. It's like it's what he wants to play. Like he's saying it very literally. It's like, yeah, this is literally what it is. It's like him in the army episode. It's like straight to
Well,
the
yeah,
point.
I
kind of
think
thing.
to an extent he does understand.
That's just part of his character, but you can definitely tell there's some understanding it. Like he kind of,
Yeah.
like
absolutely.
holds Jack back. He's like,
But
just
he's
let him
so
let him cook.
yeah,
Let him
he
cook.
let
Let him cook.
But it's
Let
like
man's cook.
I'm now realizing like the army episode. He's like, well, you're really good at playing army. Like he's like he knows what's happening, but
He
he's
really
so
does.
good at conveying it so
Because
it's
that's
not
probably like how
uncomfortable.
his
Or
brother.
and then we get to easily the best point of the episode.
Oh my god! It actually like.
Yeah, the
Do
music
you want to
and
explain it?
everything, absolutely. We see Mackenzie stepping into the black hole from the perspective of inside of it, so it's dark like a black hole. You don't know what's gonna happen. And then we cut back to Mackenzie and he's going through it. He's kind of shielding his eyes. You hear children laughing, and then we cut to a scene of like it like you think it's like a slide, like going
Like a
down
mall.
yeah,
It
like
looks like
going
it's in a
down a
mall.
Yeah, going down a
looking
slide.
going down a slide. And then at the bottom we see
It's a
baby
tiny Mackenzie.
Baby Mackenzie.
He
He's
is
so cute.
so
He's so
cute. Oh my
cute.
goodness. I'll give him a little
But
hug.
it's like this part is so emotional because the music cuts. It's foggy background. You can hear the echo. You can tell this is a memory.
It feels
from
like
the
a
past.
dream almost. Like a
It
dream where
does.
nothing
And it pretty much is. It's like a
feels-
memory. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a memory. But I did want to mention you can see Busker and the Mrs. Retriever.
Well, we think it's Busker.
I think it's Busker.
It's 100. It's definitely 100% Mrs. Retriever. There's no way it's not. There's no way it's
It
not.
probably is.
But then, like when I first saw this episode, I was like, "No, hold on, I forgot to mention the best part." Then Mackenzie goes, "Mom, mom," and like when I first saw this, I was like, "Oh no, oh no, what? Has something really bad happened? Like really bad?"
Nah.
Oh, goodness, that would have gone rough. Like that would be
No,
Disney
that
would
would
never
be-
allow that. Like
No.
goodness.
Yes, but imagine if this is the censored version and the Australian version is like completely different.
The Australian version is mom's just
Yeah.
dead.
I've seen the Australian version.
Yeah, I know. It's a funny idea. And then we cut back to
It's funny.
yeah, fair enough. We cut back to just like the music. The music completely stops, which is so good. There's like it's really hard to convey emotion when you don't have music, but sometimes that's the most emotional part.
Sometimes that's
when
what causes the
there
emotion
is-
because it's like we're getting
Exactly.
serious.
There's nothing happening. It's like stand still. This is it.
And meanwhile, he's having this memory. Jack and Rusty start going to Mars.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut back to Mackenzie in the play area as he sits.
Well,
sadly
hold
at the
on.
slide.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry. So yeah, they're going to Mars, and then they're like, "Are you sure you want to go to Mars without the chief scientist, though?" And you kind of like get a zoom up on Rusty's face, and obviously we don't know what happens in between this part because we're in the dream world.
Mhm.
But then we get back to Mackenzie's memory, and
And we see a shadow.
yeah, we see a
emerging as he's
shadow
sitting there,
approaching,
and we
and
hear
it's
a lovely voice.
and it's Calypso, which is
She says,
so
"Are you okay?"
adorable.
Once again, guiding the kids.
Exactly.
And
Does she have
says,
kids of her own?
Oh my
we
goodness.
don't know.
That's just a thought. I don't know.
And he said, yeah. He says, my mom left me behind.
And
Calypso's
Calypso
like, "She
reassures
didn't.
her.
You just
I mean
got
him.
mixed up in the slide." And she points behind him, and she's right there. And his mom says, "Mackenzie."
Yeah.
And he
Hi,
gets
Mom.
behind, and it's
He's so cute.
He is so
he
cute.
really is.
Oh my goodness.
And then probably
And
the
then
best
the
line.
best line. I know I said it, but the best. I'm gonna say the best line.
All right.
Ready? You know what's here now. You don't need to keep coming back to this place.
Okay.
Now here's why. Here's something that meant before we get into the rest of that. I think that we can probably assume that Calypso wasn't actually there.
No, obviously she was not
Obviously.
I
And
don't think she was there as it was presented, but I think there has definitely been discussions
I think what
had
happened
with
is
Calypso.
he just. I think
maybe?
yeah, I think that he discussed it, or there were discussions. but his
Calypso
parents
Calypso
mentioned
again
it.
has been that confidant to him,
Yes.
and that's how it's represented.
Yeah, because it's like he's remembering what Calypso
Yes.
told
No,
him.
this is actually happening in reality.
Because
No.
what
It's just a
actually
memory.
probably happened is he went down the slide, didn't see his mom, and then his mom called him, and then he's like, "Oh, she's there," but he forgot that part.
It might have
So
actually.
just
I've seen like theories going around because we don't know how much time has passed between the two jump shots of the memory. So it might have
True.
actually been a couple of minutes, and even just a couple of minutes for a young child is traumatic
True.
for a long time.
Y'all
So,
got lost in stores before? Don't know where your
oh
mom
yeah,
is?
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I did like I did like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, at this point, it's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm over here working a job. It's like, without my mom near me, so it's like, yeah, if I get lost, I'm like, I call for an Uber.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's like, "Can you go look for something in that aisle?" And I'm like, "Okay." Where did you go? You were not where
Like,
you.
the feeling of being lost, oh my goodness.
That's one of
So
my
I don't like
favorite
it because I'm like, we're like old enough. To,
I
like,
had that happen
figure
in
it out
a
on our own.
forest, and I started having like a panic
Forest?
attack.
Like,
Yes,
Oh,
or like
I
a
would
like a
too.
forested area, and I didn't know where my two friends were, and I couldn't figure out how to get out by myself. And so that I was actually having like a panic attack. Like I felt like I couldn't breathe.
wow.
Like
Yeah.
actually.
My heart's beating just thinking of that situation.
Yeah,
Holy.
Like I didn't
Yeah.
know I didn't know how to get out. I think
always have my
I think it's the
phone on
only
me.
time I can remember where I actually had like a panic attack.
Well, that's pretty good. To be honest, it's pretty good
I
if that's
don't-
the only time.
I don't panic a lot. I get emotional a lot, but I don't I don't stress. I'm
No,
really
yeah, that's
chill.
fair.
I make the best out of every
Can't
situation.
relate.
Like you will see me at work dancing. Like I
Oh,
do
yeah, you
that
talked about this.
all the like I say it all the time. But I dance at work. All my coworkers will attest. I have like the grooviest moves ever, and they will join in too. So you know,
That's great.
Can't wait to see that.
even if it's like a really bad day, still dancing.
Absolutely. But so we go back to this, and
Please,
huh?
please.
Yeah, you got this.
Oh no, I just wanted to go back to it. But
Oh, okay.
then she's like, and then Calypso shoos Mackenzie away as he runs towards his mom.
Well,
And then
no, he
Calypso.
doesn't run towards the mom.
Yes, he does.
Well, no. He just
Or like starts to, and then we
Yeah.
flashback to.
Well, it's like a
reality.
gradient kind. It's a gradient kind of.
Yes. And I was like, Calypso. Now, or Calypso says, "Now run, Mackenzie, go."
And this is
three
where we
figures
see.
emerge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. And then Bluey, Indy, and Chloe wearing fairy wings, and
They're like, "Come play with us, be with us." And
As someone
you're
who
like,
has
"Come on,
three
come
little
play."
sisters, that is so real. Oh my
And they grab her,
goodness.
and then
I know.
this is another amazing part because Rusty comes through and saves them, which shows that they didn't want to leave him, but they didn't want him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They didn't want to like get in his way, so they wanted to be there for him, but give him the space.
They were
he
still
needed.
waiting there for him. Like they didn't leave. They just waited there for him. You know?
Yes, which being somebody who works with kids, honestly, is like they need space sometimes, and they
Yeah.
need to just know that. Yeah, I'm
No,
here
I
for
wish
you,
teachers
Heck,
could
I still need
understand
space
that.
sometimes.
I
Yeah,
wish
no,
teachers
'cause-
could understand that in schools because, like, there's been several times where I've just been like, you know, I really feel like just not working at all. Can you stop pestering me
Well, no,
to do this
it's
thing?
not that. I mean, yeah, it's kind of that, but like when kids are upset, is like they oftentimes need space before they start talking to you about it.
You need time to
Mhm.
process things, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
think about it.
Which is what he used, and it was amazing
Mm-hmm.
in this episode.
absolutely.
And
And
it's like,
then he gets pulled through the black hole, and you can see how like happy Mackenzie is now. And he's like,
yeah,
it's like, what does he say? You have the thing.
Elijah's a script reader.
Yeah, the script reader.
He's like, "Come on, let's go!" And there's like aliens, and they play tug of war with Mackenzie.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
he's like, "Mackenzie, you made it back!" And they're all visibly excited, and their tails.
Yeah,
are
you
up,
can see
and
their
like,
tails.
yeah, and there were aliens. And Jack's like, "No way!" Yeah, loads of them. And Jack's excited now, and he's not really like
Mm-hmm.
thinking.
Yeah, because he's got Mackenzie back, and Mackenzie's happy, and he's happy that
Yeah,
Mackenzie's happy.
and he's not really worried about what's real and
Mm-hmm.
not real anymore. He's just
Mm-hmm.
happy that they're playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
And Mackenzie's back.
So the aliens are representing the memory, I'm guessing, right? I mean, they're
No,
obviously.
I think it's
they're
just
there.
comedic relief. I think it's just comedic
I think it
relief.
might
they're-
just be comedic.
I think
relief.
they're there, but I think it's also, it's like they're trying to
I mean,
pull
it
him
could
in.
be. It could be. Yeah, because
They're trying
they
to
were
pull him
trying
in.
to keep him there. and
Rusty's
pull
like,
him in.
no, come
And
to
then his
like
friends
reality.
pull him out. And but
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Can I please say the final thing?
yeah.
Okay, so they go back to the boat. Sorry, the spaceship.
You're breaking the immersion.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going. Are they going to Mars? Are they still going to Mars? After that,
I
I get like,
don't
Dudatron, set
know.
a course to Mars. It's like,
Yes.
Dudatron,
We'll
can you
go
do
with
a cruise?
that.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
They say, "Come on, we should have enough
It's a fuel.
petrol
Yeah,
left
exactly.
to get to Mars."
And it's like,
'Cause
then Jack
we live
notices.
in
It's like,
Australia.
Dudatron, can you do a crew check? It's like, does he say like the? No, he says the roles. So it's like, I don't remember what the roles are now. It's like chief
Yes,
scientist,
Jack, captain.
captain
And there's
here,
Rusty here,
and then
navigator.
here, chief scientist,
Here.
and then no, hold
No.
on, no.
I just ruined it.
You completely ruined it. This is literally in my notes because I love this part.
No,
so
I know
much.
what happens. I know what happens.
No,
but it's just
no,
if Elijah
literally.
said it, then you said it, and I was like, I feel like I have to say it. I feel like I have to.
Okay, so we cut to Mackenzie staring at the black hole, but now it's bright, like visibly
Yeah, like a lot brighter
shining
than before.
outside
Yes.
because it's like the memory is no longer a problem and it's like it's full of hope now.
He found closure. It couldn't be
Exactly.
me.
And then
And-
we end with the best line.
I'm doing this. You're not stealing this from me. Everyone, be
Do it, Owen. Slay.
Everyone be quiet.
And
Everyone
that's
be
why I
quiet.
didn't say it.
I know, but just I wanted to make sure. It's like chief scientist here. Oh
End
my
credits.
god!
Oh my gosh, just a massive possum slithering
No.
outside my door. Goodness.
What?
Sorry.
What?
Sorry,
What?
there's a possum in front of my window. It climbs
That's
over here
so
every night.
cool. Take a photo. Take a
Um,
photo.
I can't.
Possums are
I literally
awesome.
can't. They will run away.
Oh,
Sorry, I
okay.
completely interrupted like the apex of the entire episode,
Keep that in, keep
but
that
it's
in.
a cool possum.
Okay, but I need to
He's
describe
You're
huge.
allowed.
I thought he was a cat.
why this part is so good. It's not that hard to understand. When Mackenzie says here, not only is he there in the game, but
He's there mentally.
there. He's no longer thinking of the past. He's there in the moment. And the music comes back in. Man, I almost cried at this episode. Oh my goodness. It's so good.
So
Wow.
yeah, it was I love this one. and it's one of the rougher topics within
Mm-hmm.
anime that's covered.
We've been waiting to talk about this one for so
We
long.
have been waiting to talk
We were
about
always
this
talking
one
like,
for a while.
and we've been going for a while as well. I think it's gonna be our longest episode because when we have those episodes where like we have a lot to talk about and a lot to dig into,
Mhm.
like something like
Mhm.
space, something like Sleepy Time, something like Flat Pack has all these deeper meanings to dig into that I don't think we've had an episode that deep up until this point. I think this
Yeah.
one has been like the most dissectable.
Mhm.
Where you can take apart different elements from it.
So yeah, I wanted to say something about the music real quick. So
Oh,
we
please.
can it's very it's situationally adaptive. So like when he's like walking away from everybody and it's like you can hear that it's like the music's almost like conveying
Like
the
it's
attempt
dissipating.
to figure it's like trying to figure it's like yeah, it's dissipating.
It's
Just
like
like
It's
Mackenzie, the
calm and
music is having character development.
it sounds like
yeah.
for lack of better words curious, like trying to figure it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
Investigatory?
yeah,
Investigative?
I don't know. Yeah, something like that. Because it's when he's like yeah, in his low.
Mhm. No,
It's
absolutely.
just
The
an
music for
example.
this episode is so unique.
Beautiful. Perfect.
It's so interesting though because I think this is a rare case where the music is like really good with this episode. If you heard it separately without knowing the episode, it'd still be good,
Oh yeah.
but it wouldn't be like, you know, Rain or even Flat Pack. I listened to the Flat Pack soundtrack by itself. Incredible.
Ooh. Oh my
And even if you
goodness.
don't know the episode,
The
you would still
Weekend?
probably
Oh my
cry.
goodness, it's so cute. The music for The
Yes.
Weekend is just so adorable.
No, it totally is. But it's like, wow, this is such a good episode. I remember
very
I
heavy
ranked this
episode.
one. I ranked this one in amazing when I made my tier list for it. It's got to be an almost best. It's really good. It's really good.
Believe it or not, this episode for me is not even my top 10. It's a good episode,
What?
but
What?
it's not even in my top 10.
What is your top 10?
I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. I would put I would put Duck Cake above this one for me personally.
Duck
Really?
Cake?
Duck Cake, yes.
Duck Cake is amazing.
I think I
but
just brought
above
something controversial.
Space-
Oh no. Yeah.
Duck Cake above this. I absolutely love Duck Cake, but above
Not above
Space
this.
is crazy.
We should bring our top 10s together, compare and contrast them. I think that'd be fun. That might be a bonus episode, but
Yeah. If you
I have
guys
some
want that,
hot
let us
takes
know.
here. I have some hot takes, and I will. Boy, will I burn up the Discord call with them.
Yeah.
My top 10 will probably be wildly well, not wildly different, because obviously, like, I'm sure everyone can agree camping's in top 10. Everyone can agree. Well, actually, not everyone can agree Barky Boats is in top 10, which is sad. Barky Boats is criminally low. Episodes like Flat Pack, episodes like Sleepy Time, obviously top 10. The rest might surprise you.
Sleepy Time better be top 10. You are
Oh,
off the
of
podcast
course.
if it is not.
Sleepy Time is, of course, top 10. That's like the episode, like, if I'm introducing someone to Bluey, I show them Sleepy Time.
Oh, you don't start with Sleepy Time.
I did that with my friend Ethan, and I explained to him bit by bit. I gave him all the Bluey lore, and he's like,
What did you think?
dude, chill.
What do you think of the
He wasn't
episode?
too into it.
No,
but-
here's the thing. If you show someone Sleepy Time, anything else you show them after that will look like pure nothing. That's a bit harsh.
true. That's
a bit harsh.
Well, not pure nothing. Like, there's a lot of really good
No.
episodes, but like it's definitely like the most in
You
depth
need-
of all the episodes. Yeah.
Exactly. You need
Also,
to
gonna
have...
overwhelm them. You're gonna scare them. Like, oh gosh.
Exactly.
It's like
you need to start
watching a
with...
documentary. There's so much to dig into.
Mhm.
Like, I need to write notes. You know, like it. Probably should have started on him on that.
Man, this episode. I'm sorry. I'm in a very good place right now. I'm like very calm and very content with life just because of this episode. Wow.
Also, I felt that
It's
today. That's because of
so
work.
good.
That's because of work.
Yeah. That's a good thing to get from work.
I love. Okay, this is not really something that really fits the podcast topic at all, but we go on tangents all the time, so I'm just gonna say this. Where I work, I have the best coworkers ever.
That's so
I will
good.
take a bullet for them.
Dang.
Like, I can show up to work, and like, if I didn't have the coworkers I had, I'd probably be super depressed. But like, my coworkers are so loving, most of them. I can name names, but I won't. Most of them are super loving, and like, just yeah.
That's so great because I know that's a problem with a lot of workplaces.
A lot of workplaces just, everyone there is just a jerk, and it's just super depressing. But like where
Everyone's
I'm
a
working,
jerk
it's
there
not
because I feel like it's usually if everyone's a jerk there, nobody enjoys their job.
exactly, and then everyone
Not
feels
one
miserable.
person there
But here we are
enjoys their job.
dancing, we're laughing. Like, okay, I came back, so I was gone for like a week. We went on vacation for like a week. I came back today, and everyone was like, "Oh my goodness, Aiden's back! Let's go!" And like they're all patting me on the back, fist bumps, handshakes, like these, having people that like care that I'm there. It's like I don't even get that at school. Like if I disappear for a month and show back up, like, eh.
Nobody cares. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm literally about to cry because of that. I'm not even joking.
Like it's so
Wow.
yeah. And like that, like I have a job, and like I feel like I am becoming the man I always wanted to be. Like it's kind of just like a good spot. Good.
Holy crap. We're gonna have to stop talking about
That
this.
was.
I'm literally about to cry. I'm not even joking. I can't tell you why.
I've come close to crying too. It was rough
Well,
getting here, but I made it.
absolutely. Well, is that everything you guys wanted to mention about this incredible episode of Bluey?
I feel like I had something to say. Just space overall. The reason why it's in my top 10, so I can't relate to it as well since I don't have like lasting trauma. I don't really
No, that's fair.
stress, but not anxiety. Like stress, but not anxiety.
That's fair. That's fair.
And so maybe that's why it's not in my top 10. Like
Yeah.
maybe you guys, it's your personal experience. Like that's why the creek and camping like really appeals to me, because I can feel those episodes, like having lost friends, and that I probably won't ever see again. Having like a happy place, like in nature. Like I love nature. Like I have like a whole thing of photography that I could just show you pictures of nature, and I love it. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
No, totally. No, it's like a lot of Bluey episodes.
That's the
like,
thing with Bluey. Like different episodes will appeal to different people because they speak to them.
Like my friend's favorite episode of Bluey is Bike.
That's a good one.
It's a great one.
It's all about perseverance.
They have a more deeper connection to it, though.
What happened with your mic?
What?
I kept the only one that heard that. Elijah, did you hear that too?
No.
It sounded like a walkie-talkie. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Okay, it's good now. It's good now. All
okay.
Right.
No, I'm not gonna describe why because it's quite personal, but
okay.
It's very interesting how certain episodes, even if it's not what the episode is about, for like what it's supposed to convey.
Exactly.
Some people might find it their favorite just for small, subtle things. And it's like, yeah.
Your mic's still doing that thing. I don't know. It doesn't sound bad though.
Okay.
Leave it as it is.
Maybe
it's fine.
It's a sign. It's a sign.
But like your mic might be dying. That might be what's happening. But like oh yeah, it's definitely dying. I think it's dead.
Oh.
Wait, no, never mind. It's fine. But
hey,
like basically like yeah, like the quiet game, it's that feeling, like I felt that feeling. The show is an episode that's so underrated. But it's like, just picking up when you get knocked down, it's good. And not a lot of people talk about the show, not a lot of people talk about the quiet game.
That's just not true.
But those really?
Yeah, no,
so many people talk about the show.
Really? I've heard no one. I forgot it. It's been talked about so little. I've almost forgot about it, and I watch again. I'm like, oh yeah.
I think it might be the most talked about episode of Bluey. If I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah.
I don't hear talked about a lot, but camping is one I hear talked about a lot. Camping.
We gotta wrap this up.
We do.
Yeah, we got.
But
we
we've
got
had
other
such
stuff.
good conversations.
We
here, like,
had such great
dug
Absolutely.
into
We
this episode.
always do.
If this is
We
what we
always
get from like
do.
camping at sleepy time, like digging into these, like we're on a good track.
Again, sleepy time episode is going to be 2 hours long.
Oh my
if
goodness,
that.
we gotta prepare like the entire day. We gotta like have our
Yeah,
schedule
yeah.
clear. It's
we
gonna
have
be
to
a big
start
one.
at like 8, and
yeah,
then end
just
at
keep going
2.
on it.
Yeah.
But like we're getting into, of course,
And there'll
like
have to
we're-
be breaks
there's
in
growing
between.
pain. There's growing pains of podcasting, but you know we're figuring things out. So it's good
Mhm.
to hear. You know, as
There's
we
gonna be an
first
entire
started, we
part.
just met each other. Now we know each other a little more, and we can.
I
Kind
know.
Of,
It's
we're
so
we're growing
crazy.
alongside the podcast. It's so crazy. But yeah.
But again, it's like when we have the Bluey, the oh, wait, I'm hearing what you're. I hear what you're hearing now
Really?
with the walkie-talkie thing.
Yeah.
I'm done talking about this incredible episode. How about you guys?
I'm done too. We covered a lot. I think Owen's mic is dying, so I think it's a sign that we should probably wrap it
Yeah.
up. So Elijah, on to you if you have nothing else to add.
Oh yeah. As always, I'm Elijah.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Owen. And this has been the
Around the
okay.
Geek podcast.
I was gonna bet it, but I
See
know
you
both of
next
you guys are gonna do it at the
time.
same time. So
Yeah, it's been. See you next time. See you next time.
see you next time.